Boom! Yes, season 1, episode 3 review. What do you lot think about it, firstly? Drop it down in the comments, let me know your thoughts. Welcome back to New Who HQ, I am Matt. Today we are reviewing Boom, episode 3, the episode written by Steven Moffat. We've not seen him for a very long time. When was it last we saw him? Yeah, back in the Capaldi years. So it has been a while, and honestly this is just a classic Steven Moffat capitalism story, which I think is done really, really well for a number of reasons, and there are a number of things in here which I like, and a few things which I'm like, meh. Okay, firstly, straight off the bat, my overall thoughts are this is good. What I do appreciate is the difference we've had in the opening 3 episodes. You can't really compare, Space Babies, Devil's Cord, and now Boom. I think they're very, very different, and they all bring something different to the table. This episode was obviously majority all in one location, and that's obviously, we already know it's very hard to make an episode basically out of one location, basically in like a little trench area sort of thing, and I quite like that. I'm quite surprised because we sort of saw the city, the camp that they were, that the soldiers, the Anglicans, were staying at, and we didn't really see many scenes from them. It was mainly Ncuti and Millie, and I think here we really got to see their performances, because we've had distractions in past episodes, and obviously in the Devil's Cord, Maestro was the main character in the episode, but in this one we really saw Ncuti and Millie doing what they do very best, their interactions with one another. Honestly, the seriousness and still making a joke at the end of that, out of a serious line, I think is very, very well written and very, very well performed. I do like how Ncuti is very, very serious with his words when he's addressing someone. He looks you in the eye and he's like, yeah, I will turn your world into dust. That this is someone that will half destroy this planet if you mess with him, if you blow him up. So yeah, really, really good seriousness between all of that. It's not an issue as such. It's something that I've noticed is that Ncuti is very emotional as a doctor. There is a lot of crying going on, and I'm not sure how I think about it. This is quite a probably controversial thing to sort of say, but it's not going to make the doctor look weak. It just makes him look like not as powerful maybe as I would kind of like. And I understand facing the Toymaker, you can't defeat the Toymakers. That was a really traumatic time for the Doctor to face, but now we're at the point where he is being so emotional and he has cried in basically every single episode, where I'm like, I don't know, does it bring out his performance and add to the suspense? The problem I have is the more you see the Doctor crying, the more you see him as such a powerful being. And as much as we don't want him to be too powerful, where he's, kind of like God powerful, where he can just solve anything, he has the problems. And maybe this is something that I need to think about more before I really speak about it, but it's just something which has kind of caught my eye a little bit. But I mean, the scenes are very, very intense where he is crying. This is such an intense episode, and shout out to this quote about the fish fingers and custard. Oh yeah, Verada Sifu was in it. Now, I don't remember that being said. Did everyone know about that? Because I certainly didn't. I was quite shocked. She played the role fantastically. I liked her interaction between the Doctor and Millie. Obviously she was playing a very different role, but it's kind of like an early sort of, a bit like we did with Martha actually, because she was in season 2 before she was a main person in season 3, the main companion. So I quite like her. Obviously she's playing a very different character, but yeah, or is... Now this goes back to a theory which I'm thinking of, is that there was no winking in this episode, but there's this theory going around that they're all in like a television show, they're kind of in another dimension, another world, and there is a lot of emphasis on sort of AI in TV here, things that are seem real but aren't really real, and a lot of reused characters. And as we know, the lady, again, she's propped up, she had a much bigger role in this as well. As the AI interface, that's making me still really stick to that theory that there is something massive going on here and something's not right just in the universe. So I really like that. Got a really nice moment again with the snow where Ruby was close to death and then the snow started falling, everything sort of froze, and I love the visuals of seeing everything, the snow falling. I think the planet is beautiful as well, so all in all the visuals everywhere are really, really good. The music really dramatic, really intense, really thrilling when the Doctor's on the move. I love all the changes in music to suit the certain scene, and they suit it really well. I think it adds really quite a lot to an episode which is primarily in the same sort of spots, and the music to add to the tone, to make it feel a bit different, to change the style is really, really important. I think music is in an episode like this, and I think that's done fantastically. The writing as well, as I said, Stephen Moffat, I do really like him. I think he's better than Russell T Davies. This isn't one of his best. I will admit that now. I'll have to rewatch this again, but I think it's certainly something different which he's brought to the table. Why I can't really compare past episodes. This probably isn't my favourite so far, because I do like to see more locations and see more stuff, but we still got some really, really nice shots as well of the planet, especially at the end as well. That was really, really nice. The messages within this episode, I think, are really, really strong, but don't sort of take over the episode. You know, it doesn't become too political, like a lot of people have problems with things becoming too political in episodes. We learn about the Villengard, the biggest weapon manufacturer in history. The Castorians, which the Anglicans were thought to have been made from mud or fog, but actually they were just fighting nothing the whole entire time. I think there's a real big message here for AI and computers. You're fighting a hard drive. You are fighting an algorithm. So, yeah, really, really I like the idea of it. I think it's executed really well, something you don't really see a lot on Doctor Who, and we should be scared for AI in the future, basically. But there we go, those are my overall thoughts about this. What do you think? Drop them down in the comments. Yeah, it was certainly different. If I'd give it out of 10, I'll probably give it a 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. That's probably being a little bit harsh. People probably give it higher, but yeah, I think the performances are great. I think maybe I don't think the story dragged. Maybe I was starting to get a little bit like fidgety about 25 minutes in. The suspense did keep me, but then when there wasn't suspense and it was kind of just chat between the side characters who were good, I was losing maybe interest a tiny little bit. I do like the dad and the daughter dynamic, and how love is always there even when you die. I love that end message from Moffat. So I think the writing and the messages that he puts in, the references to past doctors, etc., things for my favourite food is fish fingers and custard. Love all of that. Maybe just some parts of it are a little bit not dull, but boring, if you like. But as I said, let me know what you think about this in the comments. If you're new, please subscribe, give this video a like, and I'll see you all very, very soon for more analysis. Goodbye.